us understand mental health and explore how we can take care of our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Welcome to your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits with Pat and B. Here on Mind Ed.
Sa'yo sumisilong kapag ang puso ko'y pagod.
Good afternoon, everyone. You're listening to Radyo Katipunan 87.9, simulcast on facebook.com/Radyo Katipunan. This is Minded, your weekly slice of mental health tips and tidbits. My name is Lee. I am just 11. And as you can see, I don't have my partner with me. Patrick is off somewhere. Ano bang ginagawa ni Patrick ngayon? A talk. Okay. So, yeah. Medyo demanding ngayon si Patrick kasi yesterday, we celebrated or commemorated the World Mental Health Day. So, yeah. So, medyo in demand ngayon ng aking partner, aking co-host. So, you're stuck with me. But later on, we will have a caller. Yeah, so who will share her life lesson. So, yun. So, maya-maya, tawagan na lang natin siya. Okay, so, back to our regular programming. Kumustahin ko muna yung sarili ko. Oo, so, kasi diba, we do this thing. Nakinakamusta ko yung sarili ko. But, yeah, okay, so, I just want to share kasi there was this unusual thing that happened to me. So, diba, I was working inside a cafe. It was about, I think, 2 o'clock at that time. And then, so I ordered some late lunch and then I ordered like the usual coffee and whatnot. Yeah. No, end of day na. So I was about to get the bill. And then, so the lady, the cashier, came up to me and then told me that my bill was paid for already. So, sino? Actually, okay, sige. I was really grateful naman. I was really thankful, but medyo creepy. So, sino siya? Okay, apparently some person who was sitting across my table paid for my bill. And then I asked, na parang regular ba siya dito, yung mga ganon. And then, hindi naman daw. So, parang, okay, sige. And then, parang naisip ko, okay, ano yung lesson dun sa moment na yun? I think it was a call for, like, me or maybe anyone to pay it forward. Right? And then, yun, parang okay, sige, and then to remind me that the kindness in this world is real. Yan, may kindness pa in this world. So, if you've experienced some kindness this week, I invite you to just drop your comments down below. Share your thoughts, share your stories. It's a free space. It's a safe space for everyone. And we'll try to be back later. We'll just play some music. We'll get our caller for you. See you later.
It takes a crane to build a crane. It takes 2 floors to make a story. It takes an egg to make a hen. It takes a hen to make an egg. There is no end to what I'm saying. It takes a thought to make a word. And it takes some words to make an action. And it takes some work to make it work. It takes some good to make it hurt. It takes some bad for satisfaction. La 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 la, life is wonderful. La 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 la, life goes full circle. La 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 la, life is wonderful. La 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 la. takes a night to make it dawn, and it takes a day to make you yawn, brother. And it takes some mold to make you young. It takes some cold to know the sun. It takes the one to have the other. And it takes no time to fall in love, but it takes you years to know what love is. And it takes some fears to make you trust. It takes those tears to make it rust. It takes the dust to have it polished. Yeah. La 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 la, life is wonderful. La 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 la, life goes full circle. La 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 la, life is wonderful. La la la. It is so. Takes some silence to make sound, and it takes a loss before you found me, and it takes a road to go nowhere. It takes a toll to make you care. It takes a hole to make a mountain. La 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 la, life is wonderful. La 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 la, life goes full circle. Ha la 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 la, life is wonderful. Ha la 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 la, life is meaningful. Ha la 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 la, life is wonderful.
back. Okay, so thank you for listening. The first song was about, it's Jason Mraz, Life is Wonderful. So parang for me, takeaway ko dun is looking at the small things and appreciating it, and then these small things would build up and then tell you that, yeah, why not? Yeah, life is wonderful because of these small things. And then the second one was by a new artist, Pinoy artist called Chicarella. It's a new band now. And the title was Kalangitan. So it's like a parang friendship song siya. Parang hawak kamay, ganyan. Ang dating niya, ganun siya. Yun. So, by the way, congratulations pala sa mga nanalo sa Awit Awards yesterday. Yan siya. So, very, very proud of it. And sige na nga sa ngalan ni Sir Noel Ferrer. I-announce na natin that tomorrow ba or today? Dito yung kodigo ko sa likod. Okay. October 11, October 12, October 13, and then October 18, 19, and 20, our Pinoy playlist. So, magkita-kita tayo dyan. Pupunta ba tayo, Just? Oo, no? Yeah. Pupunta tayo. Supportahan natin yan. Mabuhay ang musikang Pilipino. Okay, do we have our caller now? Right. Sige, so as promised, now we have our life lessons from strangers with me, without Patrick now. Kaya kami magsasabay, no? So now, I think we have our caller Bob on the line. Bob, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey!
This is the
Hello?
voice of Bob.
Yeah, hang on. We can hear you in the studio, but I don't think it can be heard live.
Oops.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Or baka nakamono ata ako or something.
Our
'cause I
friend
can't
at the
hear.
studio is with us,
Okay.
apparently, because of the difficulties, as always.
Hindi ko siya, para kailangan yata palitan ko yung earphones ko or something, ganyan. Oh yeah, sige, buksan lang natin yung box natin. Okay, let's try that again. Hello, Chol. Ay. Hello.
Nadulas.
Mr. Bob ba to? Hi, Mr. Bob.
Hello, Miss B.
Yeah. Oh, paras kaming B.
Yes, B2B.
Amazing. Okay. All right. So, what we do here in the show are life lessons from strangers, or you're a stranger, so let's not be strangers now. Would you tell us what lesson you'd like to share with us this afternoon?
I guess it's to take care of yourself and to how do you say this? Maybe just not care too much about things that you shouldn't be caring too much about, because it will eat you up, basically.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Marami tayong pag-uusapan.
Oo nga eh. But well, first of all, thank you for being with us this afternoon.
May studio audience din tayo right now as I take this call.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's do an applause SFX here. We're doing it live. Okay, so look, tell us something about yourself, Mr. Bob. Are you working? Still studying?
Yes, I'm working. I'm currently evading my job and taking this call.
Okay. And then, which industry are you from?
I'm from the entertainment industry.
Oh, nice.
Music, specifically.
Okay, oh my God.
I know you're from there.
Oo nga, pero, malaki yung industriya natin.
Malaki nga ba?
Malaki ang industriya natin. So, well, actually, malaki yung industriya natin. Maliit din siya at some point. Pero, marami pang encounters. So, I hope to see you. Pero, okay lang siguro. Okay na siguro na hindi muna. Para stranger ka muna for now. Okay, so
pumasok ka muna sa confession.
Oo nga. Alright. So, okay. Now, when you say music business ba, music industry,
Yes.
are you an artist? Di ba? Para tayo, A, are you an artist? B, are you a songwriter? C, are you... So
I
what
wish I was an artist. Just kidding.
Okay.
So I won't have to suffer like this.
Oh.
Just kidding.
So what exactly, which part of the industry do you belong to, or which circles
More
are
on
you
the
running
business
around?
side, behind the scenes, I guess you can say
Okay.
that.
How are you? Are you enjoying yourself?
At some point, I am. The job's great. I mean, I'm enjoying, but
Okay.
the environment can get pretty toxic lang, and it can really get to you if you allow it to. So that's why we're talking about this, I guess.
How long have you been around working in this industry?
I'm around tawag dito. I'm approaching my second year na
Okay.
come
Oh,
2020.
Oh, nice. Okay. And then, I think it's pretty toxic kasi before,
I
parang
think you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, kasi well, ako naman kasi hindi naman bago sa audience natin that I work in the music industry, but the digital side of things, and the digital side of things can be really it's very fluid, it's very liquid, wala talaga siyang form pa talaga. Like, okay, we do have things na parang we have to do this and that, and things has to go this and that, pero nag-evolve ka pa rin siya. Right? Ganun siya. And then, so I think parang ripple effect din siya. So kung ano yung evolution or changes na nangyayari sa digital, nagre-ripple effect siya to like your side of things and maybe more pa. Right? Kasi I know the industry, yun nga marami siyang sanga. Right? Sorry, which area are you in again?
I'm actually from a record label.
Okay.
Let's not name names.
Oh, yeah.
because They will not like to be named.
Okay.
And, it's difficult to get pinpointed once you shade them on air.
Okay. Sige. And then, what do you do in the record label?
Well, I can say I do marketing and work closely with the artists.
Okay.
Right now, we're in a music video shoot
Oh my God.
on location, and I'm just hiding away doing this phone call.
Okay. Sige, for the sake of those who, kasi ako medyo gets ko naman yung industry when you say like an on-location shoot, but for the sake of those who have just tuned in and cannot picture an on-location shoot, can you describe where you are right now? Like what happens
Well,
in an
this
on-location
is an
shoot?
indoor shoot, so
Okay.
we're in someone's house. Actually, we're at my friend's house, who they were gracious enough to allow us into their house to shoot a
Right.
video. So, what does the set look like? Well, it's the house, and we have the artists with us. So, medyo binihisan lang ng konti, although maganda na yung house in itself. So, they didn't have to add so much.
Okay.
So,
And
what
then,
else?
with this video, you're involved in every step of the process. Parang lahat ng...
Mostly on the production side, line
Okay.
producing,
Right.
like making sure everything's prepared, and kasi we also have a creative team, and they're the
Okay.
ones in charge of actually shooting
Right.
and doing all the art related stuff.
Okay, but you're pretty much involved in everything. Kasi alam ko kasi pagka-marketing, parang kailangan alamin mo talaga yung product or yung song or yung music video for you to be able to like market it, right? For people to listen to it and stream it and yung mga ganon. Okay,
Yes.
so circling back on the life lesson that you've just shared, how do you take care of yourself being in that industry?
Well, I'm still starting to learn to do that, I
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
Because I've been through. I haven't been in the best place mentally
Okay.
in a few months now because of the fast-paced work environment and the toxic work environment it can get to be a lot of the time. So, parang you have to like really recognize if you're going through something
Okay.
and like don't just ignore it.
Right, of
Because if
course.
you know you're going through something, you just don't let it pass and acknowledge it and
Yeah.
let people know. So if your work is affected, they know where you're coming from at one point, even though some people can't really understand why that is happening in the first place.
Yeah, okay. I know it's gonna be a bit overwhelming talaga if hindi mo ina-acknowledge eh. Right. So that's also what we are advocating here, diba? Trust and Patrick, who is not with me. when it's one thing to accept that you need help, and then the second point, I guess, or the second step is to actually going out and getting some help. Right.
And at the same time, it's really trying to like continue doing what you're doing, even if it's kind of difficult to. I mean, it helps to have
Okay.
people to talk to,
Yep.
to rant to, friends who will understand, who will call you in the middle of the night, even if you're trying to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, it's great that people care and there are people around you who will listen and who will tell you that you're not alone, because everyone else is also going through their own struggles. And yeah, parang just find your place and try to see how you can go about your tasks from there also.
Okay. Right. Now I have a question. What do you do to rest? Kasi
What?
like okay nyari, I know how fast-paced the world is, or like in our industry, 'di ba? Pero I hope you are getting like pockets of rest and recreation.
I try. I mean, in the last few months, since
Yeah.
it hasn't been so great, I haven't been going out so much.
Huh?
I mean, I still do like watch a lot of movies outside because I like watching movies with my friends. But parang since the workload is pretty heavy and the weeks are long, the days are long, I just take the week off and just chill at home most of the time, unless there's like family stuff.
Okay.
And just finding, I have a creative outlet also.
Oh, nice. Can you
So,
share about
Yeah,
that creative
I think I can talk about it specifically because
Okay.
people will find out who I am. Maybe recognize
Ooh,
my voice if there's no
showbiz.
voice. If there's no voice,
Ang showbiz pala lang kausap natin, just di mo naman sinabi na celebrity siguro to kausap natin.
Hindi nyo alam the day before, baka narinig nyo na yung voice.
Oh my God.
Dito sa radyo ko.
Okay. Oh my God. I-guess na siguro to nila, ng kung sino. Sige, tanungin nga natin, isa-isahin natin music programs natin. Anyway, so, okay, creative outlet. Kasi I was about to pinpoint like some of the words that you dropped with this, yung sharing mo, no? Did we lose him? I think we lost him again. Okay, right. Okay, so we were talking about how busy Bob is and how he takes rest, halos hindi na, ganyan. So, I think the important thing is like you find really time for yourself to, be with yourself and really find, kausapin mo yung sarili mo. Sometimes I do that too. So that you
And
really
like-
get to listen to yourself. Oh, you're back. Hello.
Also, yes, I'm back.
Okay. Yeah.
And I
oo.
guess like try to find time to write your feelings down somewhere. May it be digitally in a like secret blog or a journal.
Nag-drop siya ng secret blog. Hanapin natin yung secret blog. di ba?
Secret nga.
Okay. So for you, writing helps as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yun nga, it's part of like trying to let go of what you're feeling and what's making you feel down is writing it somewhere. So ma-release siya from yourself and it will make you feel lighter a bit. The same way as like ranting to someone will
Yeah.
also like lighten your load
Right,
because you have someone to talk to it about.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to pinpoint ngayon, sabi ko before we lost you for a bit, na meron mga words na very striking sa akin when you were sharing. So I think one would is yung friends. It's really important to have that support system, no? Like
They're your own.
diba?
They're your own therapists.
Oo, parang may nakita akong video na gano'n na parang grupo sila na magkakaibigan, tapos nun psychoanalyze nila yung bawat isa. I forgot kung nasaan na yun, but yeah, I encountered that one on social media. Right, so that's one, friends, and then the other one is outlet. Yeah, kasi parang for me, marami akong outlet here and there. Like I have a lot of parang extracurricular activities, kumbaga. And it really does help, no, na kapag meron kang ibang channel, kumbaga sa TV. Uso pa ba yung TV ngayon? Oo, kumbaga sa TV. meron kang ibang channel. So hindi ka nakafocus dito, and then you're able to breathe from this aspect of your life. Right? And then you have a second life lesson that you shared there, na try not to get affected. Are you the type who gets affected easily?
I think I would be as a Sagittarius. Well, like astrology na.
That's right. Hindi ako familiar. Can you orient me? Ano ba yung typical
I think-
traits of a Sagittarius?
I think lang, I don't know the specifics either, but I just
Correct.
like saying it. But I guess I'm a type of person kasi who yung mga bagay na should just be strictly work, it also gets to me sometimes, or
Okay.
like most of the time,
Okay.
because I have a tendency to like care too much about the work that I'm doing. So I think at some point, syempre, mandadala din yung emotions mo. And,
Right.
parang when things don't go your way, sometimes you tend to like lash out
Yeah.
and,
Yep. Okay. I
about
get
the
it.
things and the people around you when in fact they don't care too much about the thing that you're giving so much of your attention to. And that really affects your state of mind as well, which I guess what's been happening with me for the past amount of time that
Yep.
I've been in this job. And I think Miss Bian has also helped me realize this in a sense. She's my
Okay.
therapist.
Oh my gosh. Yung naging therapist na, no? So, I think what we can do, kasi parang nag-circle back to yung sinabi mo na parang when you feel everything and you care too much about everything, this is the opposite of taking care of yourself. Diba? So parang it's best na parang you know the do's and don'ts sa sarili mo. You have your own rules. Like, okay, I can be this, I can do that, but okay, this is my limit. This is my
you
ceiling.
really have to like find the line between your personal emotions and
Exactly.
your emotions for the work that you're doing.
Oo.
But sometimes yun nga, if you're really passionate about something,
Yeah.
you can't help yourself as well.
Yeah. Oh.
And when other people aren't as passionate enough about it, even if they run their company, then it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I think it really is. But let's not call it a problem. It's maybe just a challenge.
Yeah, well, it's,
Yeah.
I feel like it's aside from what's happening currently, kasi I think it's also a kind of problem that's been going on internally where I work at for the longest time, and part of what I believed is why it's causing everything to happen is because of their internal struggles also, or their internal challenges that they themselves can't like
Oh.
move forward. or move past
Okay.
from parang ganun.
Right, right. Oh, we have ano dito eh, our friendly ano ba? Si Miss Jennifer Chua. Hi,
Hi,
Miss
Miss
Jen. Yeah, okay. Meron siyang 2 cents here. Sometimes it's hard not to put emotions to your work kasi work is like your second home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do agree that, okay, for me, it is kind of like my second home kahit ako saan ako nag-work. But, yeah, do you feel the same?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like, you know, syempre, when it's a place that's your home in a sense, you also want for it to grow and for it to prosper, and you have a vision for it. And if people don't align with you, it's hard kasi, you know, you know that things can get better, but people don't allow it to, or people aren't open to change or open to suggestions, or you know, just generally very traditionally, parang traditional, or very still not really, you know, how things should be working at this point, because you know the industry, I think, is really changing.
It's growing
it's growing in
fast.
ways that nobody can predict, and if you keep on just sticking to what you're comfortable with and what you've been doing for how many years, then, well, it's also, I think it's syempre part din na I'm still young. It's my first job, and you know, as millennials, people are always saying na parang, oh, you just always want things your way, all that. But I think it's also helpful for listeners who are of the older generations, like Gen X or the baby boomers, to also recognize how times are changing and how, you know, the millennials are actually changing the way work is supposed to be done, instead of just saying that, okay, these people are lazy, these people just want what they want. You know, these are just signs that times are changing and a new generation is, you know, taking over, and you should just allow them to and guide them to be the best people, instead of, you know, just being ikaw yung kontrabida dahil parang syempre a lot of the older generation, what matters is the seniority and the loyalty and how long you've been in the company. But at this point, young people are running their own businesses and knowing how to like do things on their own, and not necessarily because they've been doing this for how long, but you know, people are learning in so many different ways and are skilled in so many different ways, as compared to how everything was very corporate ladder, climbing the ladder, and you know, the time that came before this.
Okay. Oo. Yeah, I agree kasi we gave a talk. Sayang wala pa yung copy namin nung talk namin with Patrick na in SAYAP. And then one of the topics that we touched is how young people are like moving around the world now and how they're running things. And there's a video there that we showed to our audience na I think it was from UNESCO. I forgot UNESCO or UNICEF, that nakalagay lang dun is like young people can do so much good things only if you let them.
Exactly.
Yun. Para something,
I mean,
something like that.
There's a New York Times article that people who are listening should also try to read. It's called Young People Are Changing the Way. I'm gonna search for it now.
Okay.
Can't.
Tignan mo, ganyan ng Gen Zs ngayon eh. No? Hindi na siya. Kumbaga parang for me, sige, while Mr. Bob is searching for it, ang digital is not really just part of their world. It's actually a whole ecosystem. Like it's alive, it's growing on its own. Hindi lang siya parang okay, it's a part of our world, or I am being represented digitally or virtually.
Yeah, okay, so here.
Okay.
It's called Young People Are Going to Save Us All from Office Life. So it just pretty much discusses how the workforce is changing and how millennials and Gen Z are changing the way things are for better quality of work-life balance and all that. So
That's
it's
true.
a nice read
That is true.
from the New York Times.
Right. Siguro hanapin namin, tapos ito-drop namin yung link dun sa comment. Pero alam mo, hindi na ako lalayo eh. I mean, iko-quote ko na si Doc Jose Rizal. Diba? Ang kabataan ay ang pag-asa ng bayan.
True.
Yeah. Gawin natin worldwide, diba?
Pero generations have still been like ignoring that because they feel,
Yeah.
you can't just throw away your pride for young people to grow or something like that. But I think based on that article, I really learned a lot and I got a lot of insight. And knowing what Bian does is parang that's pretty much how parang the way their work is going is kind of one of where work is headed in general. And I think Bian is pretty efficient with what she's doing. So I mean, it's
We'd like to believe so. We'd like to believe so. I mean, I don't know. Maybe for some, it can be overwhelming to ride with the times. You know, especially ako, I belong to the Gen X ako eh. Ay, tama ba? O Y? Y yata ako. Millennial.
I think you're still a millennial.
Yeah, nandun ako sa line eh. So I still get to experience, I got to experience the analog, how the manual way of doing things. At the same time, I embraced the digital evolution / revolution that happened along the way. Maybe because
I think I think we both. I mean, I'm at the tail end of millennials, I think the millennial generation in general is very lucky to still have grown in between both worlds because the Gen Z is a completely different like culture na at this point.
Iba na nga talaga kasi dati before the Gen Z era, ang classification niya is like the digital immigrants and the digital natives. Ganun lang siya talaga. So sinasabi na parang yun the millennials are the digital natives, and then before the millennials, mga baby boomers and all, yun yung digital immigrants. But now, there are new articles or the new studies that say that the Gen Zs are the true digital natives.
Yeah.
Kasi talagang wala na silang inabutan na manual. Kumbaga parang they were born and the internet is already alive and kicking and
Which is also scary because, life is really just turning into a different beast altogether.
Yep. But again, circling back dun sa life lesson, I think like no matter how the world is changing now, values do not our definition of what's good and bad for us or what's right and wrong for us would still remain the same. Like the principles will really keep you intact as long as you know yourself and ganon. Right.
I mean, and just really recognize, be aware in general. I mean, some people are just very indifferent to everything that's happening around them, so they don't really care and they don't really, which at some point is also good because they're not too affected. But I think syempre with the education I've been blessed with from Ateneo. Well, kailangan i-mention.
Okay.
Ateneo.
Nasa radyo katipunan nga talaga tayo. Ang dami na yung dinadrop ng mga Easter eggs. Atinista siya, nasa music industry, nandito siya. Mamaya na lang. Stranger pa tayo ngayon eh. Pero I think I have a few, I have a few guesses here and there. Okay. Sige, sorry, you were saying Ateneo.
I think I've used it to my advantage in a sense that the holistic formation, if you can say, is really, it's really helpful to be aware of how you
parang of where you're standing and how you're affecting where you are, and just be just like um parang so you know how to go about things and not just float around
Yeah.
and just go with the flow, because sometimes it's really hard, especially nowadays na everything's happening around us, and you need to take charge
Yeah.
also, and you need to take action, and you need at the same time you can't just take action but also be aware of what implications it might hold, and how it affects people around you, and yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Right. Okay. All right. I think we have to let you go now because I know na baka mapagalitan kami ng mga boss mo na pinatakas ka namin sa work or anything. But maybe before we let you go, could you probably share some final words or parting words to our listeners? It can be like a shout out to young people like you, or a shout out to like the older generation.
Well, shout out to everyone. Hello to my fans. Just kidding.
Okay.
But I guess final words is, don't be afraid. Number one, take care of yourself all the time, especially it was just Mental Health Awareness Day.
Yesterday.
We should always be aware of our feelings and how other people around us are also feeling. So take care of yourself. If you need to take a break, take a break. If you can't, find some spaces to take a break as well. But at the same time, in the world that we live in today, always take charge, be brave. Don't be afraid to voice your opinions out there. And if you know that it can help a lot of people aside from yourself, then go for it. And I guess to the older generations, I guess also understand that the young people are also, mostly have the same goals of changing the world, society, and also just parang don't just discount what young people and millennials and Gen Z are saying, because and in the end, they're the ones who are going to lead society. And to the young people, wag niyo naman masyadong i-hate yung mga old people. So I guess that's pretty much it.
All right. Thank you for that, Mr. Bob. We'll get back. I'll let you go back to your work now. Thanks for being with us. Okay. Enjoy. Happy
Thank you.
weekend. Okay.
Bye. Happy
Bye.
weekend.
All right, that was Mr. Bob. Oh, it was a very rich sharing, no, Just. I can still remember actually when I first came into the working world. No, ano rin parang sort of may struggle din kasi syempre you're just young, you're just starting, and everybody sees you as a kid, and then parang feeling mo you're always being talked down, parang yung ganon, and then madaming experiences tayo na binabatuhan tayo ng age card na parang, no, you're still young, you're ganito, ganyan. Have a long way to go, hindi mo alam ginagawa mo yan. Na ano na rin natin yan, nakarinig ako ng stories, kung hindi man sa akin, no, sa ibang mga, like, yung mga kabatch ko, yun, yung mga stories ng mga kabatch ko. But, you know what, I guess for me, my 2 cents here is that eventually life will get better. It's just a matter of being patient with yourself and knowing what you really want to do and how you want to contribute in this world. And yun actually na-share ko to dun sa kasi last week kung sa mga mga fans talaga or mga nakikinig talaga sa Radyo Katipunan, nandun ako sa show ni Noel, and then pinag-usapan namin yung lessons that you learned from your teachers, ganyan. And then I remember this one lesson nga na napulot ko sa prof ko noon. Actually, hindi ko nga siya prof sa ibang department siya, pero ewan ko ba, ginawa ko na rin siyang therapist. Pero sabi niya sa akin na parang pakinggan mo lang, pakinggan mo lang yung mga bagay na alam mong makakatulong sa'yo. Yun. Kapag ka hindi, siguro ipin mo lang somewhere. Because I think, hindi naman sa wag mo silang pakinggan, but maybe you still don't have that headspace to appreciate or understand that angle. So take what you can ingest as long as you know that it'll be good for you. And have that support system so that we can be mindful then of maybe how things are or how are you, parang ganun. Yan. So self-awareness is the key, and accepting din siguro how things are, how things are changing. Okay, we're leaving you guys a bit early this week. I hope you had fun listening to Mr. Bob. May iniisip ko pa rin kung sino siya, although may hunch na ako. Meron akong big hunch kung sino siya. Pero yun nga our theme now is life lessons from strangers. So, let's give it to our stranger today na maging stranger na lang siya. Have a lovely Friday, everyone. Happy weekend. God bless. This has been Minded, your weekly mental slice of mental health tips and tidbits. Nalito na ako sa sarili ko. Again, my name is B. I am just a letter. We're leaving you with Ben and Ben's Leaves. Happy weekend, everyone.
Touch the light. I never thought that you would be the one. I couldn't really justify how you even thought it could be right. 'Cause everything we cherished is gone. And in the end, can you tell me if it was worth the try? So I can leaves will soon grow from the barrenness of trees, and all will be alright in time. From waves overgrown come the calmest of seas, and all will be alright in time. Someone until you learn to forgive. Try as hard as I might to flee the shadows of the night. It haunts love someone until you learn to forgive.